Hi everyone, Lord Magicus, and it's time for more Merfolk in Modern. So, as usual, I'm going to put the link up and then we'll start in a few minutes. Okay. Okay. Alright, and get started here in just a second. So, this is what we're going to roll with today. It's a little bit different than usual. Today, I'm actually going to play 4 Harbinger of the Tides in the main deck. Previously, I've been running Cryptics in the main, but I think I'm going to borrow a little inspiration from Rothgar in this one. I want to try out 4 Harbingers because I looked at the data that I have, and one of the matchups that I have been struggling the most with is Grixis Death Shadow. Now, maybe that's just poor luck or something, but I would like to place. I think the Harbinger will help a lot with that matchup, and it'll be good against Phoenix too. It'll make that a little bit better. Having more creatures you can play at flash speed is always better at holding up. It makes it easier to hold up interaction like counter spells. So we'll see how this goes. I'm bringing Spreading Seas back in the main deck for right now, just because Tron is out there, and it's gonna help a little bit against that. I am gonna play 4 Ceremonious Rejections in the board though, because I am seriously concerned about all the colorless nonsense from Tron, and I want to be prepared because that match they're way better at getting turn 3 Tron now, so I definitely want to be ready for it. But I'm not playing in. I'm only playing 4 1-drops in my deck, so I'm not gonna play the Wizard's Retort with just the 4 Ben. So in this case, we move Cryptic to the side, and we're gonna play Deprive in the main deck. I'm gonna keep the Fairy Conclaves though, because they've actually been pretty good. So we'll see how this goes. I think this list will be fine. Yeah. I trimmed on Master Waves and Spreading Seas a little bit so I could play the 2 Spell Pierces in the main. I didn't want to cut any of my graveyard hate because I think like 5 pieces is as low as I'm willing to go, and I still want to keep the dismembers for stuff like Thing in the Ice and Death Shadow. It also it'll be good against like the Vizier Company decks if we see them. We need to have something to deal with that, so see how that goes. So with that said, let's jump into a league and get started doing this. Yes. So the last match that I played on this, the last league I played in this channel was awful. It went totally abysmally, but then I played another one and went like 3-2 after that. So I don't know. It's just that was just pretty terrible. Hopefully we'll do better this time. Oh yeah, I see Jeff Cunningham is there on the trophy leader list. I know he was one of the people I played against on Sunday, and I'm sure that I lost that game. I see Lepip's there though. He's got 13 trophies. That's good. All right. Well, we are in match 1, so let's see. We are on the draw. I think this hand is fine though. Well, actually, yeah, it's fine. Well, we can play Vial, and turn 2 we can have Spell Pierce up, and then just put things into play with the Vial. So this looks like maybe blue-white control, which this hand will be pretty good against that, I think. It's got the nice flooded strand there. More counter spells. Well, if we're up against control, then that's going to make these deprived very good. We'll keep bouncing this island over and over again. I think right now we just don't want to see like search for his Kanta. Oh no, maybe this is not. This could be Phoenix. Which I still think this is fine against that. Yep. See how he wants to do this. Cascade Bluffs? Ooh, what's that for? Is this like Blue Moon? Could be. That's interesting. I'm not sure what deck is going to play Cascade Bluffs in it. I don't need to play any of this right now. No, I think we just want to hold stuff up. There's not really any reason to play things into Lightning Bolts at the moment. I'll put Silvergill in play at the end of his turn if he does nothing. Actually, no. Alright, this should probably bait something out. Hi, Gracefully Balding. What's going on? Alright. Lightning Bolt, sure. That's fine. Let's draw a card. We have an island, so you know what? I'm fine with committing. I want to put some pressure on them, and I don't feel like we're in any danger now, so let's play Trickster. Snapcaster Bolt, sure. That's fine. We'll just play Benthic Biomancer and then pass. He's tapped out. Yes, it's true. This could be a Kiki Jiki deck. I want to hang on to this Harbinger for as long as I can. It's good. Just in case he plays like Blood Moon, I'm going to use the Fairy Conclave to play the Biomancer. Though I seriously doubt this is a Blood Moon deck. It's still theoretically possible. We'll wait, and then maybe on his end step we'll adapt Benthic and possibly throw away one of these deprives, because we need more fishies. Yeah, I'm gonna say we want to probably... We don't have a land in play, right? We can play this land again. Yeah, let's burn a deprive, because then we can hold up 2 counter spells next turn. That's pretty good. He is tapped out right now, so I'm fine with doing this. Get in for some island walk damage. Because I'm still not sure if he's going to try to go for something like Through the Breach. I don't want to adapt Ben just yet. That's brave. No, we're taking 2. What is your plan here? You're just going to get ambushed by Lord of Atlantis? Are you going to go for, like, what? Master Waves? That's fine. I think just attack for 4. If he plays Snapcaster, we can deprive it. Let's see what he's willing to do here. Alright, I don't understand. Why did he attack me with Snapcaster? That felt like a mistake. If he wasn't going to do something about this Lord of Atlantis, like, he should have held this back, because then there's no way I would have attacked with this. Well, the thing is, the Snapcaster could block Lord of Atlantis so he doesn't take damage. Draw a card. I don't think... So let's think about this for a sec. Do I really care that much if he does this, if he bounces Vile back? The worst thing that could happen is he goes like Anger of the Gods, and then maybe we can hold up Spell Pierce plus Deprive. Harbinger of the Tides. Yeah, I might be willing to just put Harbinger out, because that can threaten to kill him very quickly. And if he goes for like Anger, I think this will be fine. We'll let him bounce the Vile then. If his plan is to like through the Breach Emrakul, we have 2 counter spells, so we're not gonna bounce the Snapcaster. Yeah, that's fine. It's a very weird use of Cryptic here, but I guess maybe he's just thinking about going for it with Through the Breach. But this line still lets us kill him in 2 turns without, while still being able to hold up counter spells. Kiki-Jiki, okay. Absolutely not. Okay, he gave up. This is in fact Twinless Twin. It was a good call on the Cascade Bluffs being for this deck, so Gracefully Balding definitely nailed him on that. Well, if it's this deck, then we need Dismember to like keep Kiki-Jiki from comboing. The counter spells are going to be good here. Spreading Seas, on the other hand, is not going to be good. So what else do we want? I think Cryptic is a little bit slow, but yeah, I don't know. A Grafdigger's Cage isn't the worst idea. It turns off Snapcaster. Relic could be fine. Maybe Master of Waves is probably fine here, because protection from red against his deck seems very good. But on the other hand, I don't want to be tapping out with like 4 mana for that, so that's kind of give and take here. So we've got room to take at least 1 more card, and then maybe we could sideboard 1 more thing. Echoing Truth acts kind of like a Time Walk. It's hard to say. They might just try to become like a control deck here. Yeah, I think maybe I will take out Master and... I don't really care for this. You know what? We'll bring in like 2 relics. I think that's fine. We'll go with that. Harbinger is still really good, because Harbinger can bounce the Kiki-Jiki in the middle of the combo. This hand is not amazing, but it's not terrible either. We'll keep it. We need more threats, but we have interaction for him, so... Yep. Vision's away. This is one of the reasons I always like having Spell Pierce in the main deck, is because you're protected against this stupid nonsense. Island is not what we want to be drawing right now. Okay. Harbinger is a great draw. Yeah, we're definitely hanging on to that for a while. And I think we just pass. Hold up Deprive or Spell Pierce. See if we can hit a Jace with maybe this Pierce. We are in no rush right now. I'm sure he has tons of removal spells, so let's not bother. Yeah. So if he plays like Vendilion Clique, then I will just deprive it. I'm not going to let him see my hand. I'm sure that he probably does have Clique, though, and he's going to play it right now before I take Vial up. No? No, you have to be doing this. Deceiver Exarch. Ooh. Yeah, you know what? I don't want to counter this. The Kiki Jiki is really the thing that's hard to deal with. But on the other, yeah, let's... He has to have at least another one of these, and that's tough. You know what, that's fine. There's way more important things that he could be playing. So, no matter what he taps, like, we'll still have counter spells in that. So, yeah, he's going to tap Vial. That's okay. We'll still tick it up to 2, but he only gets to do this for 1 turn. Yes. Beautiful. Alright. Again, we're still not in any rush to play anything right now. We could play Lord, actually, because next turn, if he goes for, like, Jace, we have Spell Pierce, and, I mean, he could go for something like Vendilion Clique. My guess is he'll probably just Lightning Bolt Lord of Atlantis. You know what? I'm willing to do this. Well, he can't combo this turn, I don't think. Or he'd be risking a lot to do so. Ooh, okay. So yeah, countering that would have definitely been a mistake. He's gonna untap that. Alright, that's fine. We can afford to Spell Pierce this. Because we need to have a clock on him. He's at 14, and he has not played a land for this turn, so... yeah, I want to put the pressure on while he's still far away from being able to get there. So, because of that, I will play Master of the Pearl Trident and attack for 3. This way we can still hold up Deprive for anything important. If he plays Jace, I'll probably let that resolve. I'm not particularly worried about that right now. That's getting deprived. Yeah, and we could have put Harbinger in play and threatened to win this turn, but I don't want to walk into, like, another Anger of the Gods. Yeah. This still kills him next turn anyway. So he is in a lot of trouble, and he has no idea what we have in our hand either. Even Jace bouncing a creature would not be good enough right now. So right now he's probably in Cryptic mode where he needs to tap all of our creatures. My guess is he's going to go for, yeah, Cryptic now. Sure. You just have to hope that he doesn't have it. Well, actually, no. We're still protected because we still have Harbinger of the Tides up. So, yeah, this is still... that does not... or it makes us not lose for a turn. And he's 1 turn away from dying anyway. Yes. So what we want to do here is Violin Harbinger, bounce Kiki Jiki. And that should kill him. Yep, alright, we got there. Alright, well, that was pretty easy. We just absolutely pasted Twinless Twin, so... Harbinger was really good in this matchup. Makes me glad we had 4. Yeah, there's not really any point to putting them to 1 life because we were still killing them in 2 turns anyway. I mean, we could have maybe killed them a turn earlier if we drew a Lord, but the threat of them having or being able to drag the game out long enough to go for that, yeah, holding Harbinger is definitely the better move. Well, we lost a die roll, so it is what it is. That was definitely a match where I don't think we needed to sideboard a whole lot, because our deck is already pretty good in the main deck with 4 Harbingers and 4 Tricksters against the Kiki-Jiki. This hand is actually really good. I think, yeah, I'm happy to keep this. We have turn 1 into many turn 2 plays. And options to go either creature heavy or disruptive heavy. Alright. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, we're going to tip our hand first. Show us your secrets. I know you're cracking the flooded strand, so just do it already, and so we can get on with this game. Drawing the island was also fine there. At some point, we will want to get to 4 land so that we can start casting 2 spells a turn. Be nice if we found like Silvergill, maybe maybe like Harbinger or Trickster, but I feel pretty good about this so far. Okay. No, he's not cracking a fetch. Okay, that's fine. What are you looking for here? Serum Visions. Really? You want to do this? You want to scry 2 before you crack the strand? That's interesting. Well, so our options are we could play a Lord, or maybe we could adapt Biomancer. I kind of... I like the idea of playing the Lord now because then we can hold up the Deprive next turn. And if he wants to path this, then that makes it easier in the future to activate Biomancer and hold up stuff. Plus, you know, he kept a card on top of his deck, so if he wants to path this, he's going to have to crack the strand and throw that card away. He's really babying this flooded strand, though. Scalding Tarn. Alright. Now it's time to make the move. What do you got? Is this Jeskai? No, maybe this is Phoenix. This could be another twin deck. Anger. Oh, okay. Did not see that one coming. Alright, so... He didn't... Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't really tell me a whole lot. What is playing like this? Maybe this is Blue Moon or another twin, because I don't think there's a lot of decks that play Anger of the Gods in the main deck. So let me think about this. I kind of want to keep Deprive up in case maybe there's like Jace the Mind Sculptor in the way, and if not, I'll just play Trickster at end of turn. So then next turn we can play like Lord or Spreading Seas and then still have Deprive up. I'm sure that anybody I've played against before probably recognizes my deck just because of the basic island art that I use, because there's not a lot of people that play with this island. Well, he's got like Cryptic Mana up. Alright, let's see if he's willing to do something about this. I'm guessing maybe a Bolt. Sure. Okay. We could play the Lord and attack first. Do we want the extra damage, or do we want him to bolt this? I think I'd rather have him bolt this, because I'm sure that he's more likely to try to do that, and if he does bolt it, I'm not going to counter it. Yeah, I think this might be Blue Moon as well. I just don't imagine there's very many non-control decks that are playing Anger in the main. And I would have thought that if this was Jeskai, he cracked 2 fetches, he could have got a white source, so. Okay. Yep, that's fine. So, you know what? I'm not even going to dick around here. I'm just going to Spreading Seas this Steam Vents. Because I don't want him going like Snapcaster and Flashback Bolt in this turn. Spell Snare. Okay, yeah. That's much better. He wasted Spell Snare on a card that basically doesn't matter. Protect Our Lord. That's way more important. He's down to 3 cards in hand. If he's going to tap out for something like Jace, then we can counter that. Yeah, this has to be like some kind of Blue Moon deck. The question is, what is his win condition? Because it could be Through the Breach, or it could be something... oh, Ben is fantastic. We'll play that. And then we're going to keep the island to adapt him with. If he bolts it, I'm not going to adapt. I'm still going to keep up Deprive. So yeah, I'm trying to think, is this Through the Breach? Is this just like a hard control deck? What do you got going on? Harbinger is fantastic. I think. Yeah, I'll play the island. Oh, maybe he was debating about Vendilion Clique. Okay. So I can flash in Harbinger at the end of his turn. That's fine. He might be debating whether he uses Clique on me so he can clear the way for something like Jace. And the problem is that would be really... I'd have to kind of counter the Clique and just so that he doesn't know what the rest of her hand is. Because if he is going to do something like Through the Breach, then we're going to probably die to that anyway. We can only beat like 1 card right now. We can't beat like a Threat and Disruption. But he's stuck on 4 lands, so... Okay. Thinking about it. No, he doesn't go with it. Alright, what do you got? Okay. Whatever his plan is, he's still afraid to go for it, so... Let's just keep playing things on his turn. We can get there with 2/2s. Cryptic? Alright. Sure. We'll seize that. Seize the means of production. Oh, that's going to be good. Alright. So, how do we... Alright, we will... I'm not willing to put the shields down just yet. We got to be patient, because this Master of Waves will be good. Okay. What's your plan? Come on, tell me. That's fine. Alright, let's see if we can bait something out. Oh, I like this. Alright. Cryptic mode counter draw. Sure. We'll play Lord of Atlantis. And then next turn we can go Master of Waves with Deprive backup. Alright, he's got a 3rd Lightning Bolt, so... That's fine. Master of Waves will be good here. Now, see now, that. Okay, well, we don't have an island to do this with, but that's fine, because at end of turn I can flash in Trickster. Yeah, I think countering the Vial with Cryptic is probably not a good plan. Jace, no. Snapcaster, okay. You gonna Spell Snare the Deprive? Okay. That's fine. Jace resolves. Brainstorms, alright. We can flash in Trickster, attack Jace, play Master of Waves for 1,000,000 tokens. And then if he minuses Jace, then, you know, it'll die from this, so. Alright, what do we got? Fairy Conclave, that's fine. So, let's attack first. And go Master. And Fairy Conclave. Alright, pass turn. Good luck. He can bounce the Master and not die by using Jace, but it's going to cost him his Jace to do that. So, cool. We killed Jace. So he probably has another counterspell in his hand. So, I think... How do we... Yeah... We kind of got to get him to use it, though. We'll just replay Master of Waves. That's fine. Because then it opens us up. We can play Fairy Conclave and then next turn start attacking with them. That is his third Cryptic command. Alright. Pass turn. So, well, yeah, next turn we have 4 flying that we can attack with. Alright, well, he needs to have a good plan. Alright. Another Jace. Alright. He brainstorms again. Ugh. Well, if he has 2 Jaces, he has 2 Jaces. His draws have been really good so far, with Anger, 3 Cryptics, and 3 Bolts, so... And then you having 2 Jaces on top of it, that's tough. These games go long. We still have a lot of ways to deal with this. I think the Fairy Conclaves are going to be pretty good here. Depending on what we draw, we might only attack with one of them. Alright, well, we're definitely going to attack with both. I need him not to have another Snapcaster Mage. So here's the thing. He could have another Snapcaster. That's fine. I'm willing to take that risk. Actually, I should not have played this island just yet. Because if he bounces the Conclave with Cryptic, I might have wanted to replay it this turn. And I mean, if he flashes in like a Cleek to block, that's okay. Oh, fuck, he has Snapcaster, so he can bolt one of them. It's not the end of the world, though. He's wasting a Snapcaster on this. That makes me feel fine. Could have been way worse. Should be a little bit conscious of trying to play faster, just because this might be a very long match. So far, he hasn't shown us a win condition outside of Jace, so... Alright, looks like maybe he's resigned Jace to dying, or he's just looking for more removal. He can't have that much left. He's got 2 Snapcasters and 1 Bolt left, and I can't imagine there's much more than that. Alright. You gonna clique me? No, this is not good, though. He also has, like, this lighthouse so he can start filtering his hand, but it looks very, like, he's seriously considering clique at the moment, and that's fine. I'm just gonna have to take that risk that this might have to trade with clique, because we're not gonna get another chance to kill Jace. Cannot let him just keep drawing that many cards. A braid. Ugh. Yeah. Alright, he's got a braid. Well, that's not amazingly helpful, but at least the abraid's not going to hit the vial. He's just found tons of removal so far. It's alright. I'm still confident we can win this. Even if we lose this game, like, we still have a very good chance in 2 and 3. Alright. What are you doing? Ah, Thing in the Ice. Finally, he does have, like, Thing in the Ice. Alright, so his win condition does appear to be a fair one. So we may need the Dismembers to come in. Yes. So be very good to draw a Lord here. Be very bad if this thing starts to flip. Oh, that's not helping. And he still has a stop on the draw step, so I'm guessing there might be more cliques. This is okay, though, because he's using a lot of his time to do this. We're still at like 19 minutes, and he's at 15. So if games like 2 and 3 also go very long, then he's going to be under a lot of pressure to play fast. So we will drag this out as long as possible, because we can win a short game. I'm not convinced his deck is going to win a short game. Yep, Remand, yeah, it's probably not amazing for him. Yeah, can't block it yet. So we need this Trickster online in case we draw Lord so we can try to kill Mind Sculptor. Or even if we draw another Trickster, that'd be okay. It also helps if we draw another Master of Waves. That's fine, go ahead. You can eat your clock. That's cool with me. Spreading Seas is fine. Let's hit the Lighthouse. Or the Loot House, if you will. Can't be letting him filter his hands like that. That's good. I'm not attacking, so we may as well do this. Remand, yeah, that's, I mean, it's terrible, but so be it. So we have 6 lands in play. I will play another land so that if we draw another land next turn, then we'll be, if we draw another land, then theoretically we might be able to Just play Master of Waves twice. We're at 6. It looks like he might just be on the plan of burning us out now. Which, yeah, he's going to be able to do. Alright, yeah, he's got the Snapcast. So he drew 3 Snapcasters, 3 bolts, and a Burst Lightning to get there. That's fine. We'll make him eat the last few seconds of his clock. That was, yeah, it is what it is, so that's fine. We're still 5 minutes ahead in the clock, so. Alright, what do we want here? He has a Braids. We'll bring in Relics. Relic is fine. Spreading Seas is not really fine against it. It kind of sucks. No, we want Deprive. We actually probably want Cryptic Command too. He's playing Thing in the Ice, so probably should keep the Harbingers and Tricksters. Maybe Benthic Biomancer is not as good here. Take out a Ben and... I could keep the Seas for the Lighthouse, but I'm sure that's like a one-of in his deck. I'm not that concerned about it. Yeah, I'll take out... no. That's tough. I'm going to take out one more card. I don't want to take out Harbinger, because now that I know he's on Thing in the Ice, I really want to be able to bounce the Thing in the Ice with Harbinger. Guess I'll take out one more Benthic Biomancer. We'll do it like this. Cryptic will be very good in the late game. This is fine. We'll keep this. Can just start jamming a bunch of Lords with a Deprive. Ideally, we should draw some more islands. I don't know if I'll play the second Lord or not. So here's the thing, Master of Waves, because they're only playing red removal, Master of Waves, if you can stick it, and like it will be very strong against his deck because it's hard for him to deal with it. And when Thing in the Ice bounces Master of Waves, you can still replay it and get a ton more tokens out of it. And the tokens can chump block the Awoken Horror forever. So I'm fine with Master of Waves against this deck. And as you saw there, like the games do go pretty long, so it's just a very, very powerful threat, and sometimes it's worth taking Vial up to 4 just for that. I mean, there is definitely an argument you could side out some number of Masters, but I think because since he looks like he's on like a more of a control kind of plan, and I want to keep the card that has protection against most of his removal. I mean, this is game 2. He's already halfway through his clock, so anything that's going to prolong the game and cause him more headaches, I'm all for. Well, it's not the best on turn 2, but we are going to play Vial because that will let us put 2 Lords in play at once. Let's see. Let's go in Serum Visions now. Okay. Alright, that's fine. The problem is, like, Izzet Phoenix is a lot faster, so you don't really get as much of a chance to hold up Master. I'm not going to play anything just yet. Yeah, I guess Izzet Phoenix, like, their deck can kill you very quickly, whereas, like, Blue Moon, it takes them a long time to actually kill you. So the longer the game goes, the better Master of Waves is going to be against the red deck. Yeah, it's less impressive when you can only cast it one time and then you pretty much die, but it's actually a lot better when you cast it and you can just like end up winning the game with it. And the best thing they can do is bounce it and just keep giving you more tokens. Ooh, that's interesting. No, I think I'm gonna deprive that. I want to keep the Aether Vial so that way we can keep playing multiple spells a turn. Alright, and it ate a spell snare, so that's fine. I think this turn, like, Spell Pierce would be good, Relic, anything that costs 1 mana would be great. Even, like, Fairy Conclave would be fine, because we can play it and still play a Lord, and then next turn be able to play 2 Lords. Get out of anger range. Harbinger is fine. I'll play a Lord. Even if you don't have interaction, sometimes you should just not F6 through every turn you can't do anything, because you gotta make them sweat sometimes. Sure. Make him think that you have Spell Pierce, even if you don't. His mana looks like it's pretty tight right now. To be fair, so is ours at the moment. We need another blue to really make this hand come alive. That's actually okay. So, I am going to play it just because if he has anger, I want to make him use it. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Do you have another anger? Sure. What are you doing? You gonna clique me? The Spell Pierce makes it safe to play Lord of Atlantis, because now, even though he's representing like he might have Snapcaster Mage, Snapcaster Bolt is not going to be a viable plan. Sure. Okay. So if he casts the Bolt, I'm definitely Spell Piercing it, yeah. Alright. So, this puts a little bit of pressure on him, and now he has to find something. But we need to start drawing some cards now. Well, this looks like maybe another anger. Ooh, alright. Well, now if he plays like Snapcaster, then we can just Trickster it. Ooh, Vendilion Clique, okay. You're going to target me, because I'm just going to flash in Trickster to tap that down. I wasn't sending Lord of Atlantis in without a plan. Actually, this could run into Spell Snare, maybe. If it's just Remand is not enough. This could be Logic Knot. That'd be terrible, actually. But then we trade Lord with Clique. I mean, that's not the worst. It's not. I don't want to do that, but at the same time, yeah, alright. He has one card in hand. I mean, he has the option of trading like his Clique with this, and the Clique right now is his only viable route to victory, so Again, not the worst, but not amazing for us either. There's that one card. And if we draw something like Master of Waves now, he's probably in a lot of trouble. Surprised he kept in Logic Knots. Doesn't seem like the card you'd want against this deck. He's at 8 minutes, too. Ooh, alright. Ral is very strong. Now we're probably in a lot of trouble. Yeah. Well, this is another reason why we need something like Master of Waves, because it has protection from this nonsense. Cryptic Command. Okay, well, maybe on end step we might bounce this Ral Zarek and draw a card. Or if he tries to play like a big threat, we can go counter draw. Yeah, we will do counter and draw a card. Just hope he didn't find a counter spell. That was not the card we wanted to draw off of that. Really need Master of Waves. Problem is, like, if he has counters, it's going to be hard. The good news is if we can find a way to win this... Oh, come on! What are you doing to me? Oh. If we can find a way to win this game somehow, if we stop drawing dead cards, then he does not have a lot of time to try to win a game 3. But yeah, like right now, Master of Waves could definitely prove its worth against this thing. So we have one card that he doesn't know about. The problem is now this can -3 again and not die. He's basically drawing 2 cards a turn, and his 2 cards are a lot better than... because they are selected cards. And meanwhile, we're stuck here with an island. If we start seeing a lot of this kind of stuff, maybe some Cavern of Souls need to come back into the deck. It looks like maybe Field of Ruin is like not as big of a concern, that Cavern could be fine. And if we're going to play Fairy Conclave, it probably makes Cavern a little bit better anyway, because now there's less colorless sources to worry about. Yeah, like this deck is not very fast. It's not like playing Manamorphose into like Faithless Lootings or anything like that, where it's just utter degeneracy. This is a fair deck, and it's a slow deck, and it takes a long time for them to do anything. Alright, well, we have to play that. We may end up having to trade with this Snapcaster Mage with this Conclave. Because otherwise, eventually they can get us to a point where they can like flash in Snapcaster and bolt us. So I think that we can still run... So here's the thing, like Rothgar right now runs 4 Mutavaults in his deck, and he only plays 16 blue sources with 4 Deprives. And if he feels that 16 blue sources is enough to justify running that, then maybe it'll be okay. And we don't necessarily need to run 4, because I don't think a lot of decks are going to play Counterspell. At least, they're just going to replace stuff like Logic Knot, so it's not that big a deal. I really want to see Master like this turn. But he has to have like Cryptic at this point. I'm sure of it. I'm surprised that he tapped this light. Oh, what? Magic Online fucking hates me. This is like the 4th land in a row that we've drawn. Alright, well, we're going to try to block the Snapcaster with Fairy Conclave. Just because that's going to buy us more time, and we need as much time as possible right now. This thing minuses on 8 and will basically kill us in 1 turn. That just means he has to cast like 2 spells. But no, I think that, you know, if Counterspell is a huge problem, we can run like 2 Cavern of Souls and be fine. Because we still have Aether Vials already to deal with it. Yeah, like, this matchup is pretty good in our favor, but, like, not when we're just flooding out on lands and nothing to do with them. And this is so bad, because if we could find a way, he's at less than 4 minutes, and we're not that far off from being able to try to time him out. But we can't do it with this shit. Like, I don't know what kind of play it is that we're supposed to make to, like, not lose to this. I'm not convinced that there was a right thing for us to do. Yeah, Thing in the Ice might be flipping this turn. Yep, that's fine. I mean, it's not actually fine, because when he flips Thing in the Ice, he can attack us for 7 and then replay Snapcaster and bolt us. So we really need, like, Harbinger of the Tides or something now. Master of the Pearl Trident is not going to do it, because he only has to cast 1 more spell, and then we die. If he casts any instant or sorcery, we're dead. Damn it, it was so close, too. He's at... Alright, we're dead. Yep. Alright, that's fine. He's got us. We lose. That sucks. That one, I think the deck was constructed perfectly fine to deal with that, but Magic Online fucking hates me, so... What can I say? Frustrating, but that's just how it is. Drawing like that many lands is not going to win us a match when we're both coming down to a point where we have like 1 or 2 cards left. And if his is a Ralzeric and mine are 4 islands, then that's not going to result in a W. So, it is what it is. And I mean, I was sort of playing in a way that I was trying to force an aggressive turn 3, or game 3 I meant, but well, this hand is not keepable at all. No, we have to mulligan this. I really am skeptical about this hand. We are on the draw again, but we have to keep this. I'm putting Deprive on the bottom, because if this is like a Thoughtseize or Inquisition deck, we need to have this Vial on turn 1. So if he takes 1, then we still have another 1. And we're not casting that Deprive for a while anyway. Oh, this is not good. This is like Prison. We're Prison, and the Cryptics are not in the main deck. But see, look, now at least we have a chance, because even he can't screw us off of Vial, so... Of course, he can always, like, cast Pithing Needle, and then we can get fucked that way. So, alright, he took Lord of Atlantis, so that was fine. Yeah, okay. Let's get this going. We can throw this vial away to Biomancer. So let's see, what particular version of this deck is it? Thoughtseize, neat. Probably take Biomancer. Yep. Lantern of Insight, neat. Alright, so this is... They're playing River of Tears, though. Maybe this is like the Thopter Sword version. They might be playing Thopter Foundry if they're playing this card. It's got Ancient Stirrings on top. Yes. Let's just cast Harbinger since he already knows about it. Yeah, well, this is going to make us happy that we're playing Cryptics in the sideboard. Oh, no. That's bad. He can hit our Aether Vial right now with that if he wants. Yeah, he took Pithing Needle, which means he's surely going to name Vial with it. Yep, there we go, Vial. That means we get... well, the good thing is that we can hold up Deprive. No, we cannot. He's going to mill or Deprive. The Fairy Conclave is fine, though. Alright, well, let's just play it. Go to attacks. He has no cards in hand, so now he has to try to dig for a bridge. The Thoughtseize is not going to be super helpful to him because I have Trickster. I can just flash it in. So he might mill his Thoughtseize and just try to... oh, actually, he has enough. He can just probably do this. 4. No, he only has 3 for that, so... He needs 1 more land. So yeah, I'm sure that he's going to mill himself, try to dig for a land so he can crack this, get bridge. Yep. The good news is that we are going to get to draw this Deprive. So we can force him to wait another turn to try to find a bridge by holding Deprive up right now. So I think we'll just attack for 4 instead of getting in with Conclave as well. Just hope that our little grizzly bears can get there. Alright, well this puts us within 2 turns, so he has to, like, Inquisition us. Well, actually, no, it puts us within 3 turns, so that's not good. He does have to Inquisition, though, to get rid of the Deprive, so... And yeah, like I said, we had to keep the Deprive on top, or otherwise he would have just Codex Shredded himself and put him 1 card closer to Ensnaring Bridge. That's bad. Please don't find it. Because if you find Bridge, I can't possibly win. Alright, well, that's good. He didn't find a land either, so... He has a Codex Shredder on top, so... It means he probably didn't have a land. Otherwise, he definitely would have found a land and played it so he could use this Inventor's Fair. Alright, well, we're 3 turns away. No, actually, no, 2 turns away, because he hurt himself with the Spire of Industry, so... We might actually have this if he doesn't find a way to deal with the board right now. He's going to go to 5. He'll gain 1 life, go to 6. But then if he can't do anything, like he needs, like, I don't know, Pithing Needle or something. Yeah, we might be able to steal this. Like, if he doesn't top deck a bridge. Like, I think we're looking to dodge bridge. We're looking to dodge engineered explosives and Pithing Needle. Island is not gonna be enough because he's gonna need to crack fair for it too. So I think he has to, yeah, he has to exile this. Whir of Invention is probably enough though. That sucks. Unfortunately, yeah, Whir is gonna do it. No! We were so close. We almost stole a game. Alright. Well, on the plus side, we have some Echoing Truths and Cryptics to bring in. And we also have Ceremonious Rejections, which will be somewhat helpful, maybe. Alright, we lose. There's nothing in the main deck that can beat that. This is the nightmare. Why the fuck are we playing against Lantern Control? This deck should not be here. We tried very hard. Alright, Spreading Seas is too slow in this matchup. Oh, no, come back here, Deprive. We're gonna need you. Yeah, I think we do need Deprive. Master of Waves, you are way too slow. Just bring in, like, some Ceremonious Rejections, I think. Yeah, I guess this is just how we do this. Well, no, we can actually... We can take out Harbingers for more rejections. Alright, we'll do it like this. This is about as much as we can do, so let's hope that this is good enough. No, I ended up bringing in all 4. Because I was looking to see what other cards I would want to take out for it. So we don't want to go too low on creatures because we need enough to be able to threaten to kill him. At the same time, the rejections hit like engineered explosives on 2, which is important. We need to be able to counter that. So yeah, I know there is a little bit more of a delay because I put the stream quality up so that when it replays, it looks nicer. So there's probably a good, like, 30 seconds. Oh, man. What percentage of the metagame is Lantern Control right now? I cannot imagine it's that high. I would be surprised if it's, like, 1%. And this isn't even like Whir Prison. This is actual Lantern. That's even worse. Whir Prison we can beat because they don't know what we're doing. Lantern sees all of our secrets. Yeah, we have to keep this. We're going to keep it. We're not going to play Benthic Biomancer on turn 1. We're going to hold up Spell Pierce. Because turn 2, then we'll play or turn 2 we might, I don't know, we'll see what he does. If he plays like Inquisition, we can Spell Pierce it. I don't want him to know what our hand looks like. If his plan is going to be Inquisition, yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely not. You cannot know our secrets. We'll probably just jam Silvergill Adept. It's fine. Then next turn we can play Biomancer, hold up Deprive, and adapt it, or flash in Trickster, either way. I just don't want him to know what her hand looks like yet. Yep. Well, he's got the combo on here, so we're only drawing what he wants us to draw right now. But he doesn't know we have Deprive. That's good. And he only has 2 cards left in hand, so if he goes for Bridge, we can counter it. And we can also threaten to adapt this Benthic Biomancer at any point where we want to draw a card. Sure. Well, now adapting it's not going to mean diddly squat. Okay. Well, just put more pressure on the board. Okay. Well, we're not doing bad. He hasn't found a bridge yet, and we still have a counterspell up for it that he doesn't know about. This one is still within reach. Yeah. Sure. Mishra's Bobble. He has War on top of his deck. Yep. Which means I think we're going to have to... Yeah, we're going to have to adapt this Biomancer now. Discard Harbinger. Alright, well, we're going to have one more turn where we just have to dodge an ensnaring bridge here. Oh, no. Please do not find bridge in your next turn, because if you don't, then we can kill you. This was... Oh, fuck, are you kidding me? He found another one on top? Oh, that's so bad. And he's never going to let us draw anything that deals with it either. Oh my god, why is this happening to me? We needed to just... Like, there were 2 games in a row now where if we could just dodge bridge for like 1 turn, then we had a chance, but... Alright, I guess let's just cast Silvergill. Why not? Yeah, unfortunately, if we had Cryptic Command, we could have gotten there, but... None of this actually matters at this point. So here's the question. Do we take the 20 minutes and make him waste his life doing this, or do we just concede? Because at this point, he has at least 3 different ways to ensure that we don't draw one of the 4 cards that we need to kill him. Like, the only way we could win is if, like, the next 4 cards are, like, you know, that we would draw for our turn are, like, Echoing Truth, Cryptic, Cryptic. Alright, I don't feel like doing this. We've already lost this. This is too late. We lose. Fucking ensnaring bridge. Yeah, I'm not gonna put the chat through this misery. Oh, that was insanely brutal. Why do you do this to us? What do we ever do wrong? Why does Merfolk have to get matched up against Lantern Control of all decks? And we lost the die roll again. I think that's now like 4 die rolls in a row that we've lost. I guess this isn't great, but we're gonna keep it. Yeah, oh, and this is like Black-White Eldrazi. This is a terrible matchup for us. Not good at all. The Aether Vial and the Deprive might help a little bit, but if he just goes like Tide Hollow Sculler next turn, then we have like no chance of beating this deck. As soon as I get like Wasteland Strangler and Eldrazi Displacer online, we just straight up lose. Ooh, Battle... Okay, maybe not. What the hell is this? What's the red for? Faithless Looting. Are you gonna play... I have no idea what the hell we're doing now. Explain yourself, Dragon Claw or Dragon Warclaw. Thraben Inspector's a 1-drop that attacks his deck sometimes. Oh, Zolaport Cutthroat. Okay, no. This is Rally the Ancestors. Alright. So actually, no. If this is Rally the Ancestors, we can beat this deck. His plan is he's going to try to resolve Rally the Ancestors to return a bunch of stuff into play and drain us for a ton of life. But this Deprive will be very good, and I don't think that there's any chance that he can do it next turn, so let's just put pressure on the board. We'll take Vial up to 4, put these Harbingers in play, and hold up the Deprive for his stupid combo. And I'm not going to bounce the Thraben Inspector. There's not really any reason to do so. He's just going to get to draw more cards that way. Alright. That's fine. Then we should be safe this turn. The worst thing he can do is probably flashback looting, and I'm okay with that. Uh-oh, that's... Alright. When a creature you control dies, ugh. Well, he's going to get a bunch of 1/1s at some point. Yeah, this is not like a terribly good modern deck. This is kind of just janky. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to Merfolk Trickster this Thraben Inspector so we can get in damage without having to give him a bunch of 1/1s. And then we can just build up to Master Waves into a point where our board state will just kill him in 1 attack. But we definitely need to keep Deprive up. So he has like 1 piece of the puzzle right now, and or 2 pieces actually, because the Viscera Seer is important. He needs more creatures though, so like he's gonna look to sacrifice this thing so that way he can rally, get this back, and make a bunch of tokens to throw away to Viscera Seer. Butcher of the Horde. That is pretty brutal. Oh man, that's tough. See, and here's the problem. Like, I know he has rallying, but this thing is just threatening to kill us by itself because he can sacrifice Thraben Inspector, give this thing haste, and it'll have 4 1/1s, and there's no way that we can beat this. We have to counter this. So, yeah, that was a good way to bait this out. That is a must-counter card. Really? There is no chance in hell that I am blocking this. Why are you attacking me? I'm not letting you get 4 1/1s off of that. I will take 1 damage, surely. Yeah, you know what? I am going to tick this up. Because then next turn we can put 2 Masters in play. And hopefully 2 Masters will be enough to end the game before we die. He has 3 cards in hand. Doesn't look like he's got it right now. Alright, well, with 2 cards, I think the best thing that we can do is just play Master. I'm not going to put this one in play just yet, just in case he has, like, Path to Exile or something. Because this should be sufficient to kill him already. We can vial this in at any time, and the 1 extra elemental token is not worth doing it right now and exposing ourselves to Path. So he's dead next turn. That's our plan. We can attack with the elementals and the Harbinger and the Trickster. Yeah, okay. Fun. Alright, so this is alright, So right now, let's do something. I need to read exactly what this card text says. Alright, here. You guys can look at it with me. Turn each creature card with converted mana cost X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So Grafdigger's Cage will be good against this card. Alright, that's what I needed to know. It's not like Living End where it doesn't do anything. Cage will definitely help. Echoing Truth will also be good here. Spreading Seas, I think Spreading Seas is fine against this deck. I don't know about Dismember. That's kind of sketchy. I think just having Harbingers and Tricksters might be fine. Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce, Deprive, maybe. If we're going to treat this like a combo matchup, then maybe we want to keep those in. It's hard to say. There's also the option of bringing in something like Relic. I don't know how good Master of Waves is going to be here. To be fair, I don't really know how good Harbinger or anything like that's going to be, so... you know what? We'll take out 2 Harbingers. Oh, no, come back here, Lord. And maybe, like, do we believe in Master of Waves here or not? Obviously, Master was very good there, but there's no guarantee that we're going to be... Yeah, you know what? I don't believe in Master Waves. What I do believe in is Cryptic Command. And we'll take out 1 more card. I guess Benthic Biomancer. Let's do that. Alright, we'll do it like this. Yeah, because the thing is, like, I don't want to tap out with 4 mana against something that can just kill us immediately. This hand looks kind of promising, but at the same time, like, I'm not willing to keep 1 island. This is definitely a lot better. Let's see. We kept 7 cards. We gotta put something in the bottom. We don't... No, we do have a turn 1 play, but we don't have any more threats. I'm going to say Spreading Seas is probably what goes here. Well, it still draws us a card, and there's tempo with that. That's tough. Maybe Echoing Truth. There's no guarantee we're going to need this right away, and that way we can go like Biomancer into Spreading Seas. Alright, we'll put Truth on the bottom. Doom Traveler, fine. Yeah, they're oh, and we drew another Truth anyway. You know, there's a lot of speculation that Magic Online has a bug where if you scry a card to the bottom of your deck, then it actually puts it on the top of your deck. I'm not saying that that's guaranteed what's happening, but I've had that happen a lot of the time when I've only had like 2 ofs in my deck and I put 1 in the bottom and the other just happens to be the next card. doesn't seem like something that probably happens very often in real life. So I think next turn we're going to Spreading Seas that Shambling Vent. That looks to be the best target for this thing. If he attacks, there is no way I'm blocking. We'll take 1. Because we can't really deal with the flyer, and he wants the creature in his graveyard anyway. If he bolts this or paths it, that's not... I mean, I'm not happy about it, but sure, it's fine. Deal. Alright, let's try to screw up his mana. Cuts him off black, and it takes away a man land from him, so I'm happy with that. Oh, that's good. So next turn we can play Grafdigger's Cage and hold up Spell Pierce. Then we should be protected from his stupid shenanigans. The Needle Spires could be a problem as well. I'm glad I left Spreading Seas in, because that's going to be a pain in the ass. So here, what are our options here? We don't actually need to cast this Cage right now. We could just cast Silvergill this turn, and maybe if we draw another land, we could play it. No, we actually can't. We don't have a Merfolk, so never mind. That doesn't make sense. Alright, so in that case, then let's attack. Yeah, let's do this. So then maybe what we want to do actually is we might want to save this for next turn so that we can adapt this, try to find a fishy, and throw away Echoing Truth. And then we can play Silvergill with Cage next turn. I like that better. Because again, he doesn't have anything in his graveyard right now. He's not threatening to combo. He's going to need to cast some like Faithless Lootings or something first. Well, I'm not happy about that. Yeah, that's fine. So we're actually, this is going to be super sick tech. They're all spirit tokens, and they all have the same name. So we can actually Echoing Truth all of them. So we are going to block this thing next turn, I think. So in that case, then maybe we want to throw away the Spell Pierce or the Deprive. I think Spell Pierce, its time has probably come and gone. Alright, let's adapt. Aether Vial, that could change our minds a little bit. Because now, yeah, actually, okay, so we can hold up Deprive. Yeah, we'll throw Spell Pierce away because we can go Vial. Still don't need to play this yet. We'll hold up Truth and then Deprive. We'll block this thing and then end of turn try to bounce all the tokens. That's going to be the plan. And we're going to hope that doesn't horribly backfire. Oh, alright, well, that's also an option. So let's play Vial. We're not going to attack because we want... I'm sure he's going to try to suicide this thing into us again. And if he does, we're prepared with Echoing Truth. No, we have to counter that. Because if he sees this, he's not going to attack. Gonna play like Butcher of the Horde. That sucks. Okay, well, that's gonna be hard to deal with. Yeah. And now actually we're going to have to probably bounce Butcher the Horde because he can just sacrifice all the tokens to it. Unfortunately, I thought he might play Butcher this turn, but I was not prepared for him to play Duress and Butcher. There was not a whole lot I could do about both of those cards. So he gives it lifelink and vigilance. Alright. That's fine. We'll take a hit from it. We still have Echoing Truth online to bounce it at least one time. If we can draw another Deprive, that would be very good. So this is definitely going to be an uphill battle now. Ah, Cryptic Command. That's going to be pretty good. How do we want to do this then? So we can take one more hit from it, then bounce it with Echoing Truth at end of turn, and then counter it back on the way down. That's still going to hurt a lot, though. Yeah. I don't think we have a better plan, though. Yeah, Butcher of the Horde is very strong here, and again, yeah, I was prepared to like use a Deprive on it, but because he had the Duress, like there was no way to play around it. And now we're also in a situation where he could theoretically attack us with Needle Spire too, which is terrible. If he animates Needle Spire and tries to go to attacks, then I'll just Cryptic and tap all his guys down. And probably bounce Butcher back to his hand too. So then I can Echoing Truth away the tokens. Yep. Tap all creatures they control and return target. No. Yeah. Because then the Echoing Truth can take care of the Spirit tokens, and that buys us some time. And then we can Vial and Silvergill next turn and try to draw another counterspell to deal with that. The Needle Spire is going to be hard to beat, though. That's going to hit us for a lot. So we need to do something quickly. I don't know if that's what we needed, but alright, let's see what we got. So if we find nothing, we're just going to play Biomancer. Alright, well, we have to do this. Okay. Alright, well, we're not out of this yet. Like, we still have some good draws left. This just isn't a deck I want to be bringing Dismember in against, but we might have to. He hasn't actually shown us Rally. I'm just assuming that he's playing it because he has Teleport Cutthroat, but maybe he doesn't have it, so I can't imagine he doesn't. Alright, well, everything's out. And next turn, if we want, we can adapt that and bounce the Oboro. Okay. Sure. So we can only play one, or he can only like get in with one thing this turn, probably. So it's 4 mana to play his Butcher, and it's also 4 mana to activate Needle Spires. So if he's going to go with that, he could sacrifice it and give his Butcher haste. Oh, fuck, that's bad. Alright. Well, we are in a lot of trouble then. This Fairy Conclave can buy us a turn. No. So, alright, let's play Spreading Seas on the Needle Spire. See how this goes. We're not out of this yet. We're gonna have to animate this Fairy Conclave in order to block something. We'll attack with everything. Alright, well, yeah, if he wants to trade his Viserys here with something, that's cool. I feel like I don't think he's going to do that. But I don't want him having this on the board and then, like, finding... I want to give him the chance to block with it because I think that it's not a good thing for him to be blocking right now. I think his chances of victory are a lot higher if this is on the board, so... Alright, our plan for this turn is animate Conclave and block something. He's got Butcher and a mystery card in his hand, so we're hoping the mystery card is not Lightning Bolt. Fuck. That's bad. Well, no, okay, so he's going to go up to 12, actually. No, this is fine, because we still have 12... how much is no? He's going to gain 4 life. So, yeah, he'll go up to 11, right? He can give Butcher a lifelink. I don't think that's enough, though. Sure. It's not going to be blocking anything, so... Yeah, so here, what do we do? Which one? Or no, he's going to gain 5 life, so that's fine. I think we still win here. We just block with Fairy Conclave. So this is another scenario where Mutavault would not have been good enough. We needed the flyer here. And we have Island Walk to get in for the win because of Benthic Biomancer. He can still adapt. He can attack me for 9, but I do have a blocker. So I expect that he'll concede as soon as I activate it. But I don't have priority to activate it right now. Yeah, he just gave up because he saw I had the blocker and that I had it, so... Alright, well, we beat the Aristocrats deck. I told, like, yeah, the thing about the curve is that Mutavault doesn't really help the curve anyway because it's colorless mana, and our deck does not usually need colorless mana. I think maybe 4 Conclaves might push it just a little bit, but honestly, I think that 3 is fine. I have not really had any trouble with it. Like, most of my losses have been because I draw too many islands, not because I'm drawing Conclaves. Conclave is significantly better than drawing an island most of the time. There are few scenarios where it may be like it would be better to have a Mutavault, but they're extremely rare. Most of the time I found that having a flyer is just stronger because you don't always have the Island Walk. This hand is fine. We'll keep... We got us a nice curve up to Master Waves, and we have been on the draw, I think, for this is, I believe, the 5th time that we've been on the draw, so Magic Online is doing its absolute best to screw us. Oh, please, no, 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 no. Humans, alright. Oh, this is going to be tough. But on the plus side, against humans, we do have a very aggressive draw, so you can go Lord of Atlantis, Master. And he did not have a second land. Okay. Uh, there have been some times where like Conclave and like Vile are kind of awkward, but most of the time it's okay. So the question is, which Lord do we play first? I'm gonna say that we play this one first because he's gonna. I think he'll be more inclined to believe that we have more of those. Sure. But this is fine. We just want to play a bunch of Lords before he gets Reflector Mage online. Play that too, that's fine. There's nothing he's going to play on 2 that I'm concerned about. Alright, I think we're going to steal this game away from humans. Like, Thalia is not good enough here. Kite Sail's not going to do anything. We're just going to slam Master of Waves next turn, and we threaten. Or we could play Lord of Atlantis and adapt. Either way, it'd be fine. But yeah, he's in a lot of trouble right now. We've got a pretty big board presence, and if we draw like Spreading Seas, we could theoretically kill him if he doesn't have like Reflector Mage. Illusion. Okay, so Phantasmal Image is in hand. So I guess he's going to go Reflector Mage and then play... Yeah, that sucks. But it's actually not the end of the world because we can still play Master of Waves. And we might be... We might want to do that anyway. I think that, yeah, we can play Master in this turn. It'll be fine. Because then we can just put, we can put 3 Lords in play next turn, and that probably is enough to, like, get there. And if he bounces Master of Waves, that's not good for him, because that'll come down bigger and badder than before. But I just want to have some elementals to try to trade with this if he attacks into it. Oh, another Reflector Mage. Alright, no, that's fine, because now if he bounces this, now we can just put 3 Lords in play, and then the next time it comes down, it's going to crush him. Ah, fuck, he's going to put it on Lord of Atlantis. Alright, so we can only put 2 Lords in play this turn. Yeah, that's fine. So we can go Alright, that's not the end of the world, though. We can still put Lord, Master, and Adapt Biomancer. Is there any reason to play this island? I don't think so. Well, we're definitely doing this. And I guess let's adapt this first and see if there's any reason we might not want to do that this turn. Discard a Borrow. The Deprive, or actually, well, I guess we could have discarded Deprive. It doesn't seem like it's going to be very good against these anyway, but I think that's probably not much better. Whatever. Yeah, and that's... This is... I guess this is okay. Maybe it's not. You know what? No, we're not going to attack, because he can just double block, and it's still not great. But next turn, we threaten to go Lord of Atlantis, Master of Waves, and that's going to be devastating. His attacks don't look particularly good right now. He'd have to have like another Phantasmal Image or Reflector Mage in order to make this board state positive for him. And there's a good chance I may not block anyway, because I just want to kind of protect my board state here. Thalia is fine. He has 2 cards in hand. Ooh, spicy. All right. So let's see. If he Reflector Mages one of these things, I can still kill something here. So I'm willing to block this. It'll take 2, 4, 6, 7. But then I can block everything that he plays next turn, so yeah. Alright, yeah, I should be able to block most of this, because... Alright, we'll see how this goes. Yeah. Thalia's Lieutenant, okay. That's not good. Alright. Yeah, but it's the thing is it's still like a 2-turn clock. He has to have like a Noble Hierarch or like another flat, like a Mantis Rider. Yeah, let's just do this now. So now we can just attack, and we have blockers for like all these things, so we're just hoping his last card is not another Reflector Mage. If it is, then we're going to die anyway, so... let's see. Yeah, he could... I guess he could double block a Lord and take out both of those, but that's fine. Alright, let's just dodge Mantis Rider, dodge Reflector Mage. That's what our plan is. And I guess Phantasmal Image as well. We have to dodge that too. Alright, well... Let's find out if we win or lose. He came back pretty strong. He managed to gain a ton of tempo with these things, so we'll see. Does he get there? That's not good. That looks like Noble Hierarch. Alright, well, Noble Hierarch, we also lose to that too. Alright, concede. That sucked. Yeah, I guess I could have blocked with another, maybe like one of the lords should have blocked the Meddling Mage. That's possible. I think we need Dismember and Echoing Truth. Deprive is not good here at all. Damn it, we were really close. I think we could have theoretically had that if we played a little different. That's my fault. Alright. I wasn't even thinking about Thalia's Lieutenant. This is fine. We can keep this. I was just afraid that he was gonna, like, bounce a Lord, and then, like, if we blocked too much stuff and he bounced the Lord, then all of our blocks became, like, really bad. I probably should have blocked the Meddling Mage, though, so that way our life total, we didn't die to, like, the one Kite Sail. Well, alright, well, I guess we're just gonna see how this goes. Yep. That's fine. Silvergill, reveal Lord. Oh, that's beautiful. We can race him with this. Yep. And at some point we might Echoing Truth this back to his hand. Yeah, we can't block that. So do we want to Trickster it this turn? That's a good question. I think right now I just want to put the 2 Lords in play, because that way if he bounces one, we can Vial the other back in. This puts the most amount of pressure in him right now. It's true, but the thing is, like, the Deprives and the Spell Pierces are just way worse than Thalia anyway. Deputy of Detention. Alright, so actually, this Echoing Truth is probably going to hit this Deputy at an opportune time. Master of Waves. Oh, that should be good. So we can Echoing Truth him at the end of his turn. So we're not going to do anything just yet. Yeah. Alright, this will be fine. Then we'll get a ton of tokens, and then we'll force him to choose between the Lords or the Master of Waves. Yep. Alright, yeah, I think we should be able to dunk on him pretty hard here. Block, and we'll trade this thing. Let's see. The counter spells are way worse. Yeah. I tap draw, I like that a lot here too. So alright, let's just attack first. Now we're going to really make him have to think about his life choices, because he can either take the Masters or take the Master of Waves instead. He might just take the Elemental. Can it take the tokens? Or is it non-token? But yeah, having the Trickster to Violin is going to be good. Oh man, the Echoing Truth just like absolutely wrecked him though. We got to take out both of his big threats at the same time. Reflector Mage, what are you bouncing? Master Waves? That's fine. That's actually not good for you. I think he just dies. I guess, yeah, either way it doesn't matter. We win. Alright. So, I think a lot of the players will board Thalia out, but I think that it's fine either way. Still, I think Cryptic just represents a possibility of just winning on the spot, so I'd rather have this than like any of these cards. Like, none of these are better than Cryptic, so this at least does something that might win the game. Like, these cards are just absolutely dead against their deck. Alright, so we gotta win this one on the draw to get our money back for this league. Alright. This doesn't seem like a terribly great hand, but I think I'm gonna keep it anyway. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this, to be honest. He began with 7 cards in hand. Ugh. 4 lands, and it's not a very good draw. You know what? Maybe I should mulligan this. I don't know. What does chat think? Should we keep this or should we ship it? This is a very sketchy keep, I think, because it loses to like Reflector Mage so hard. I think that we have to mulligan this. I'm curious. What do you guys think? Mulligan? I know there's a bit of a delay. I'll wait a few seconds. You got some time on our clock to think about it. Yeah. Master Wave's probably a little bit better. Yeah, I don't know. This is maybe. I think that we can afford to mulligan since we're on the draw. maybe I would really like to keep an Aether Vial hand because that plays around the Reflector Mage is a lot better. And like, if they can deal with like one of these cards and we just lose, and I don't think that we can keep it. I'm gonna mulligan. Mull. The Dismember is okay, but again, remember we're on the draw, so like we're on defense already, and we're gonna be throwing away a lot of our life total for that. I'll throw it away. It's close. I wouldn't blame someone for keeping that. I think this is a little better because we have Harbinger, which can be a tempo play. We'll go Conclave turn 1 and then turn 2 Harbinger. We'll obviously get rid of Cryptic Command. I think we improved our hand by just a little bit here. This isn't a whole lot better, but it's sort of fine. Alright, I take... See, now this is where it kind of gets awkward. If we play Vile, then we're probably going to have to dismember Echoing Truth. Well, we'll have to dismember it, I'm sure, but we need to play Vile. Vile's too important right now. Which means there's a very good chance that this is getting dismembered. Depends. Well, Thalia's Lieutenant... Ugh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to kill this. Maybe not. Okay, so now actually Harbinger's an option here. Yeah, okay, let's Harbinger. That's a way better thing to do. Then we can Violin Lord next turn. I'm fine with trying to trade down on cards at the moment. This means that they might attack us for 3. And if they do, we can maybe dismember Thalia's Lieutenant. Okay, well, we're not dismembering shit now. If he lets me, I will try to trade this Harbinger with this thing. Thalia and Freebooter. Well, it looks like he kept in some number of Freebooters, but... if he kept this in, then it's more likely he took out Thalia. Alright, I am gonna trade this because it's gonna get out of hand otherwise. Spreading Seas is not amazing at the moment, but I don't know, we might have to cast it. So we could... I don't want to use the Dismember on this thing just yet. I do, however, want to... oh, he named Wizard with that. So actually, if we Spreading Seas the unclaimed territory, he may not be able to recast some of the spells. Alright, let's do that. And Merfolk Trickster is much better, because now if he attacks with Freebooter, we can Trickster and block it. That was a pretty good turn. Fuck, he has another Cavern. Well, that one's going to have to go on Human, but the good news... Well... Yeah, Champion of the Parish, that's... I mean, that's going to... If anything, I'd like to dismember that. Yeah, that's going to happen. I'm sure he's going to name, like, Dismember now. Sure. But here's the thing, he's not planning on this. We're going to get the Echoing Truth back. So one option we have now is we can actually Echoing Truth the Meddling Mage and then dismember the Champion of the Parish. So what we'll do first is we'll attack with Trickster, and then if he blocks, then we'll Violin Lord, and then we can deal with him. Give him a chance to make the mistake first. Alright, so he's not blocking. I'm trying to think. I don't believe there's any reason to do this right now. So we can wait till his turn to see how this goes. Yeah, it looks like Reflector Mage, okay. What are you going to do with that, though? That's not even that good. Like, yeah, you can bounce the Lord of Atlantis, that's fine. I can just vial it in again next turn. That's not the end of the world for me. Alright, so we will Echoing Truth this guy, and then dismember this thing. Alright, we're slowly making progress. Okay, that's fine. So again, we'll attack with Trickster, we'll put Lord in play, and then have Benthic Biomancer up. So now if he, yeah, that was a, so if we find a land next turn, this is good. There's also a possibility if I find like another Lord, I might just throw away the Master Waves. Oh, that's rough. All right. Sure. No, I am not blocking. Let's definitely adapt this. Oh, that's actually pretty good too. I think I value these two cards more than Master Waves because I don't know if I'm ever going to get to cast this, so we'll throw that away. And I mean, now this is where we'll draw the island and just look stupid. No, actually we don't. Okay, so, yeah, he hit Lord of Atlantis again, so can play Master of the Pearl Trident and Lord of Atlantis and attack him for a lot. Do we want to play Master of the Pearl Trident? He has 4 cards in hand. He doesn't know I have Trickster. I don't think we're in any danger of dying, but he actually might be. And I think we're in a position now where I don't want him the opportunity. I don't want him to have the opportunity to block at all. So I can attack him for 6 and put him to 8. Or I could attack him for 8 and put him to 6. I think I like that plan better. I just want to threaten to kill him next turn. I mean, that's possible. I could have considered that. But I only have 3 Master Waves in my deck, and... Alright, well, he just conceded because he couldn't beat that. So there we go. We destroyed humans. Finally. Alright, well... so yeah, let's review how this went. Okay. So yeah, we beat humans. We beat the Mardu Aristocrats deck. Lost against the stupid what the hell is it? Oh, the Lantern Control deck. Lost against Blue Moon, but we did beat the Twinless Kiki. So yeah, 3-2 is fine, and this easily could have been 4-1, but you know we had some pretty like really poor draws against the Blue Moon deck, and once he got like Ral Zarek on the board, that became very hard. Yeah, like playing against Lantern, like we were there. We were 1 turn away from like killing Lantern in both of the games that we lost. So I mean, even against that deck, Cryptic, I guess, was fine in the sideboard. Like it gave us a chance, but even without it, like we still almost got there just because of main deck counterspells. 3-2 is not a terrible result. Again, if the pairings and everything go a little bit more our way, then I think it's fine. I like this list a lot. I think this. I guess the Spreading Seas was kind of important against humans because it gave our guys Island Walk, so they couldn't start chump blocking anything. We didn't play against Tron this league, so we didn't really get to see if Spreading Seas was going to help against that at all, but again, we didn't need the Ceremonious Rejections either. I'm very glad we did not have to play against Hardened Scales Affinity, though, because outside of like Lantern Control, I feel like Hardened Scales Affinity is going to be one of the toughest matchups for this list. Yeah. Well, I mean, he had to find the bridge in like the top like 2 or 3 cards in like both of those games, and it was right there. He found the whir. So, I'm trying to think like what was his percentage? He had like 8 cards where it could have been out of about 40 left. So he had like maybe 2 draws. So I'll say like maybe a 25% chance both times to find it, and of course he did. The Grafdigger's Cages were fine. We didn't need them against the Aristocrats deck, but we definitely could have. That it was definitely threatening enough that we needed it. So, oh, sorry. I like the split of the cage and the relics because while the relics they play well with the cage because cage will shut down stuff like Bloodghast until you can find the relic to eat it. So this buys you time, but this actually does the job. So in combination with each other, I think they're pretty good. Yeah, Deprive was fine. We got to use it. Spell Pierce, I think this is fine. I still don't know if I believe in Spreading Seas. I do like Master Waves. I don't want to go less than 3 of this card. One of the ideas I was also tossing around was like maybe cutting Seas for like Phantasmal Images or maybe Marrow Rejuries or something instead. So I don't know. That's something that's on the table, but the Harbingers were actually surprisingly good. They helped in the humans matchup a lot, I think. And yeah, having extra answers to a flip thing in the ice in the main deck, I thought was also very important. So I think I might keep these guys around and we'll try it again like this. I honestly think that. So I think it's Stoneheart. I think him from like the Fish MTG Discord. I want to say he's the one that's like playing the 8-man land version of the deck, and he doesn't have like any of the 1-drops in his deck, so I don't think he's playing like Biomancer or Spell Pierce or anything. I think he's just playing like 4 Conclaves and 4 Mutavaults. So yeah, there's really 2 ways you can go about beating Field of Ruin. You can either go the route where you don't play a lot of non-basic lands, or you can go the route where you play a ton of non-basic lands and just overload it. I kind of like this version a little bit better because the mana is more consistent. Mutavault has, like I said, I have harped on this a lot, but like the colorless mana on Mutavault is actually, I think, more, it screws you over more often than like the Fairy Conclave coming into play tapped for a turn. Because like if this is your 3rd land, then okay, on turn 4, then you can play a 4th land, and now you can play like Deprive and Harbinger of the Tides off of your mana. But if one of those is a Mutavault, you're not playing both of those cards, so we really want to be able to play 2 spells a turn in order to keep ahead of the opponent, and I just don't think that Mutavault helps us do that, whereas Fairy Conclave does help us do that, and there's definitely a lot of situations where Conclave is just straight up better than Mutavault because Mutavault doesn't always have Island Walk and is not going to get in damage, but like against like Liliana the Veil, like if there's a Tarmogoyf in your way, well, Conclave doesn't give a fuck. It's going to fly right over that thing and hit Liliana in the face. Whereas Mutavault just kind of brick-walled by the blocker, so they can just continue to tick up Lily until it just gets to a point where you can't deal with it. So a lot of places where just the Fairy Conclave having flying is better than Mutavault maybe having Island Walk. But I mean that also comes at a cost because then later it means that you attack for a little bit less damage at a time, but I don't think that's a huge problem. I think that we're fine with just grinding a game out. We just need to be able to get in damage when we can, where Mutavault attacks for more damage at one time, but I think Conclave attacks for more damage like by virtue of the fact that there are more turns in which it can safely attack. Yeah, the 8-man land versions is interesting. Maybe sometime I'll try that. I don't know. I still don't believe in it right now because, like I said, that that seems like it's going to be incredibly hard to resolve multiple spells in a turn. The problem I've always had with eschewing 1-drops is that if you don't play 1-drops, then that means on turn 3 you're still only casting 1 spell a turn. Whereas like on turn 3 now, we can be playing a Conclave, which is almost like casting a spell, or we could still play like, Silvergill and Benthic Biomancer on a turn. And that feels a lot better. Or, have like Spell Pierce up while you like threaten to adapt this or something. That also works. But when you're on all the man lands, then you're just playing a 2-drop on turn 3 and not really doing anything, and I don't really care for that much. But, I mean, I'm sure it has its advantages. Like, you're more resistant to board sweepers like Supreme Verdict when you have 8 man lands, so I'm sure you get some amount of percentage points against control decks for that. So if control becomes a problem, like maybe then that's the way to go. I think control is still probably the deck I put up the best results against. I think I'm something like 1 in 5 in the times that I've played against it so far in like competitive leagues. Or no, I'm sorry, I'm like 5 in 1. That's what I meant. So I've only lost against it like 1 time, and yeah, I think this list is perfectly fine. The only thing that maybe I might consider now is try to jam like 1 Cavern of Souls in instead of an island. I just don't know if I want to spend money getting a Cavern of Souls because I don't have any on MTGO at the moment. But that might be something that we have to consider. If there's going to be more like Spell Snares and Remands running around, then yeah, the Cavern of Souls looks a little bit more appealing. I mean, I think we can get away with like 1 colorless source, because we're running Spreading Seas in this deck, so there's more things to do with colorless mana. Whereas like when I wasn't running Spreading Seas, almost everything was just like mono blue, except for like the Silvergill and Master Waves. So I don't know. I guess that's something to consider. But the Cavern is still kind of fine because the only thing that it really can't cast is the Deprive. You can still cast the Spreading Seas using it, and the Cavern helps cast like all the Lords and the Harbingers and the Tricksters and everything. So it's like half of a blue mana for them, and it doesn't cast Cryptic, but again, like if you run 1 Cavern in your deck, then mathematically like you can still cast Cryptic 100% of the time, and you have 4 lands because only 1 of them is colorless. So I think there's room to jam 1 Cavern of Souls. If that continues to be a problem, then I might do that. We'll see. It depends upon whether I decide that it's worth spending some, either, I don't know how much it is. I'm willing to bet that it's probably like $20 or something around there, or a similar number of event tickets. So maybe, I don't know. I was pretty pleased with this list, though. I think that having the Harbingers definitely gave it some extra play to it. So I'll probably jam this again, maybe Sunday. Sunday's usually the day where I have free time in the afternoon to do this, so we'll probably do it then. Depends. But yeah, that's all I got for right now. So I hope everybody enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys again soon. See ya.